Welcome to the Walthers National Model Railroad Build-Off Finalist Announcement. Today we're going to announce the finalists in an awesome contest that we've been running for modeling layouts. For individuals, for teams, youths, adults, everybody's been invited to join, and they're competing for cash prizes. So, the field has been narrowed down to about 10 semifinalists per category. And right now we're going to announce the finalists for each.
Parker Atkinson. Parker packed a lot of detail into a small space when modeling the station and dual-track platforms in this submission. Extra details like streetlights and crossing flashers along the road, bumpers in the parking lot, along with a rebuilt caboose displayed outside the station really make this an entertaining scene. OREN LINDRIDGE. OREN did an excellent job giving a natural feel to the ground cover in the field, around the farm, on the roadway, and with the gravel leading up to the barn. There's a lot of little details such as the creek running along the tracks, the wood pile behind the barn, and the animals watching the train roll by that really bring this to life. Nicholas Wise. Nicholas did an excellent job adding height to his layout by routing the train through the tunnel. The mountainside community features a lot of variation in vegetation with several types of trees, bushes, and ground cover. And the 3 homes modeled make a realistic setting in a very small amount of space. Bo and Ian AFDAHL. Modeling a slice of Americana, the AFDAHLs did a great job of bringing life to the house, the garden, and the barn with some impressive painting and scenery. The orientation of the track also made an interesting use of the space. Joseph and Thomas BIEDERMAN. This entry features an impressive amount of detail along both the street and railroad shoulders. Adding a creek, pond, and small bridge to the display was a very nice touch. Gregory Baker. With a very unique use of the space, Gregory Baker modeled some great elevated points of interest and wove it together very well with a fitting backdrop. Small details on transformer blocks, grasses growing up in between the rail ties, and a realistic look to the roadway all combine into one detail-rich package. Finishings on the building models are all very impressive, through some convincing weathering and signage as appropriate. Chris DeANGELIS. The painted backdrop and photography really captures the feel of this valley depot. With varied elevation and some realistic rock croppings, there are a lot of points of interest in this very clean model, and it's all wrapped into one consistent and cohesive look. Brandon LEPLEY. With a very clean and accessible look, Brandon LEPLEY's feed mill scene mixes equal parts rustic believability and small town charm. It's the little details that make this an excellent submission, like the 2 lines ending at the mill while the former line is turned into a bike path, or the rail box car being unloaded into lumber piles. It was a high quality paint and weathering applied to the structures that sealed the deal for this submission. Drew McCann and team. This is an example of very interesting layout plans met with clean modeling. For the 4 electrified lines, catenary was modeled with precision, which is no easy task, and the end result is very impressive. The neutral color palette and some tasteful weathering give the whole submission a believable look. Scott Natelli and team. 4 lines weave throughout the Brickworks operation, uniquely built into a hillside setting. Judges love the rail bridge backdrop built into the model. And there's a ton of vehicles, figures, and scenery built into the model to make it feel like a plant in operation. Ian Ring and team. Nobody would be blamed for not being able to separate reality from the model with this submission. Shot against the backdrop of a real working farm, subtle touches of variation in the ground cover mimic reality. And the structures were well built and painted in a realistic color with a subdued splash of weathering on each one. People's Choice voting is still ongoing at walthers.com/NMRBO. Winners of each category will be announced August 5th, so make sure to tune back in. Thanks for watching, and congratulations to all the finalists selected.